Susie Chaffee. Freestyle skiing lets me express myself completely, bringing music into it, bringing skating and gymnastics and diving. It all adds so much to making freestyle skiing what it is today.
When I get home, baby, write me a few of your lines. When you get home, baby, write me a few of your lines. That'll be consolation.
National Women's Freestyle Championships are brought to you by Ultra Bright Toothpaste. How's your love life? Ultra Bright wants to help. And by Bancroft Sporting Goods Company. Bancroft, a better brand of tennis. Ultra Bright and Bancroft are quality products of the Colgate Palmolive Company. Welcome to Stowe, Vermont, and this certainly is an unusual way to view the freestylers here today. We're at the Colgate Women's National Freestyle Championships, and the women have certainly come into their own. There's $90,000 in prize money over 6 competitions, and in each competition, there's 3 events. There's the aerial performances, the mogul run, and the ballet. I'm Donna DeVerona, and I'll be reporting all the excitement of this spectacular new sport. The ballet and the aerial courses are side by side on Little Spruce. And across the way, on the steepest part of Mount Mansfield, is the famous National, where the skiers will challenge the moguls. The rolling hills of Vermont make the countryside feel very friendly, but don't let that fool you. The mountains also include some of the most difficult ski trails in the world. Stowe has been a ski town since the mid-1930s and boasts the first chairlift ever built in the eastern United States. And it's winter carnival time as the recreational skiers flock to the skiing capital. The beauty of the traditional New England countryside is now also enjoyed by more and more cross-country skiers. But on those snowy slopes, fine young athletes from the west, as well as the east, are expanding the potential of skiing as an exhilarating and demanding sport. Freestyle, because it's so new, knows no limitations. We're getting ready for the mogul event here at Stowe, Vermont, and it's cold and it's icy. And the competitors are about ready to take a run on perhaps the most respected slope in the East, the National. And who should know better about that than Billy Kidd? Billy, you won a silver medal in the '64 Olympics in the slalom, and in '70 you won the combined at the World Championships. What do you think the competitors will do here today?
Well, fortunately, I grew up here, and it probably helped me in my racing career because it's steep and icy. This is really a tough course for the competitors here because it is so steep. A lot of the kids that come from the west aren't used to the hard snow back here. This trail right here is one of the most difficult in the world, being steep and usually hard snow with big bumps, and it just continues on down for 3/4 of a mile.
If you were going to get your skis on and go down this slope, how would you anticipate it?
I'd go carefully.
Okay, let's get to the start. The skiers are ready for their second run of the moguls, and Karen Huntoon is a leader, and this is Patty Formicelli. The skiers now have 2 runs, and points are given for each run and added together to determine the order of finish. Speed, control, and number of turns, spontaneous leaps over the bumps are all factors in the judging. And that's what's called taking air over the bumps.
That's a good run for Patty in her first freestyle competition. She just fell, but she fell after the finish line, so it won't count against her.
And that moves Patty up to 5th place. Coming up next is Susie Chaffee, the overall freestyle champion in 1973. And she had a strong first run and is in 3rd place now. Billy, you were on the Olympic team with Susie when she was a downhill racer. Will that help her in the freestyle competition?
Her training as a ski racer is an advantage when she's skiing in the moguls. Moguls are natural bumps caused by skiers turning in the same place.
Wow, That's a hard fall for Susie, but she's lucky. She's just over that finish line, and the ice is certainly taking its toll. Susie, when you were on the '68 Olympic team and captain of the team, on the downhill, you thought of speed, getting through those bumps. What do you do when you anticipate doing air moves in the mogul event here?
I think it's this freestyle thing, you make your moves somewhat intuitively. For instance, like I get into my music, like I get to a really sort of deep level relaxation and sort of program myself to go down it, and you just can't possibly think as fast as you are actually going. And then when you see the right bump, it's sort of right there and you know when to take off.
You mean you can hear that music coming down the hill?
Well, it gets you to that really relaxed level so that you are actually, your whole body is a computer as opposed to just using your head. You know, people say use your head, but you're using more in freestyle when you're using the intuitive.
Let's look at some other top competitors. Olympic racer Susie Korak from Sun Valley qualified in her first mogul competition here at Stowe, and on her first time out, she held on to third place with this run. Post finished 6th in the moguls, her weakest event, but her best performance, giving her a shot at that overall title. Here's Genia Fuller, another New England skier and the 1974 freestyle champion. She's the one to beat in the individual events as well as the combined. And that's what you call taking air over the bumps.
That jump really demonstrates Genia's tremendous confidence. It's difficult enough just skiing down a trail that's that steep and bumpy, but Genia skis it very fast and very aggressively.
Genia's great second run has moved her up from 4th place to lead the moguls. Her only real competition is Karen Huntoon, the local favorite from Killington, Vermont. And the pressure is on, but Karen can take this event with a really good run.
She skis very smoothly. You'll watch most of the action takes place in her knees. She uses them like shock absorbers to try to keep her upper body nice and quiet so that she can see and keep heading down the hill very nicely. That's an excellent run that she's having. Great run. That should put Karen ahead of Genia.
Okay, here's our winner, Karen Huntoon. Karen, what did it feel like up there?
It was cold and it was a little bit icy, but it was pretty good.
You're from this area. You trained in Killington. Do you feel that you had an advantage over the rest of the skiers?
Definitely. I've skied on ice many, many years.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And how did the runners-up like the National on a 20 below 0 day? I know I could hardly talk, but they didn't have any trouble telling me.
I think this is probably the toughest freestyle course I've been on in my 4 years of skiing.
It opened my eyes.
I love it.
I thought the moguls were nasty. They were fun, but they were nasty.
I thought the course was great. Ice and all.
Kathy Brock, Pat Dowdna, and Marion Post, and we hope that gave you some idea of what the aerial events are all about in the freestyle competition. They go to heights of 15 feet and travel 40 to 75 feet as they do their maneuvers. What do you think of it, Billy Kid?
I'll tell you, I think that's pretty exciting. I think we got the best seat in the house here, too.
Yeah, I think so, too. You want to stay here the whole time?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. And this is what the sport is all about, companionship. You know, the great thing about the freestylers here is how much they help each other with their performances. And in the aerial maneuvers, it's where they need it the most. The tricks are dangerous and do take a lot of practice and concentration. Before the competition, each skier files a flight plan with the judges describing their 3 consecutive jumps. And there's an unusual situation here today because Nancy Gillis of Montreal, Canada, after only 1 month of training, has qualified for this event. This is Nancy in the last run of round 1. Good extension on that spread eagle with great height, and that's important because out of 10 possible points, 3 are given for height, 3 for form in the air, and 3 for landing. Wow, Nancy's second maneuver is a double spread eagle. She's flying high, again in good form.
Those jumps are really good, especially for somebody that doesn't have much experience. She's throwing down her poles here, which indicates she's going to do a flip. And she does a great somersault, just touching down at the end. That's really outstanding for somebody in her first competition.
I'd say so. The rookie is now in first place.
As easy as Nancy makes it look, I want to caution any of you who want to try freestyle skiing, and especially the aerials, that you need instruction and training, and lots of it.
And this is Pat Carnick demonstrating to a bunch of eager Stowe school kids just how she prepares for her maneuvers. And you can see she does the back flip on the trampoline and how it translates to the air. She trains year-round so she can learn about her timing in the air. And don't forget that once she gets off that jump, she's got to contend with speed, height, and those boards.
The extra weight of those skis and boots makes quite a difference, too.
We're back at the final run of the aerial competition, and here's Penelope Street, only 5th after round 1, so this has to count big. What a daffy!
There's a spectacular movement right there on that second jump that's difficult to do a flip on, and she does it really well. She lands right in the middle of her skis, and she had an outstanding jump right there. Now, she obviously isn't going to flip on this last jump, but she sure is pretty through the air doing that back scratcher like that.
Penelope had a terrific performance, and I think it moves into first place. It does, and now she's the one to beat. Here's Genia Fuller. She was second after the first run, and now she's got to go some to beat Penelope Street. She's starting off great. That was a good daffy.
This is a difficult maneuver right here where she changes the axis of her motion from doing a daffy to a spread eagle, and it's difficult to keep from landing sideways when you do that. She carries a lot of speed into this third jump right here. A great spread eagle and a good landing.
And here are the two top challengers, Ginny Moulter and Nancy Gillis, doing what's tough in competition, waiting it out until the final run. And this is Ellen Post in her second run in her best event. She's 4th now, but if anyone can catch Penelope Street, Ellen is the one. A back flip, she looks good, but she came out too soon and she's off balance. What a disappointment. That fall does ruin her chance to beat Penelope. Fall off those bumps are really painful. She hit hard, but she's okay, and it's tough luck. No one has passed Penelope Street yet, but Ginny Moulter has a sensational flight plan, and before her second run, she described it to me.
First jump, I think about setting my upper body set so that I can do what I want to with my legs, which is a single kick out to the side. I like to stretch my arms up and then think about a hard landing. Then think about the next jump that I'm going to do and forget about the other 2 jumps. And it's a double daffy, a spread a Colgate. Just thinking about getting that second one clean, and after I finish the first one, then I run into the third jump, watch my speed, and just get set and just be relaxed and just enjoy that flip and land it well.
Great. Ginny takes over first place. The only one who has a chance now is Nancy Gillis, and here's how she felt after her first run. I have with me Nancy Gillis from Canada, the first place qualifier. And it's unique because this is your first competition, isn't it? Aren't you surprised?
Yeah, I'm very surprised. I just started at Christmas, and my cousin John Eves was teaching me at a freestyle camp there. And really surprised.
Did you do a lot of tramp work for the last jump, for the flip?
No, I've gone off a diving board maybe twice since Christmas, and that's about it.
Nancy's already on the course, heading for her second jump, a double spread eagle.
She sat back on that takeoff right there. This will be tough for her to pull it off. She has to bend over from the waist trying to keep her weight forward, trying to keep from falling backwards, and as a result, she didn't have time to finish that second spread eagle right there.
She's down. But she's up again, and that takes a lot of strength. She's really going to have to concentrate to get herself together for that final jump. Looks like she's rushing it, though. She's got good spring off the jump. She looks good at the top of the flip, but she came out a little too early and lost her balance. Oh, what a nasty fall. It's too bad. She's lost her skis and she's disqualified. It's just a competitor's instinct to try and push harder after a mistake, and that's what she did. And that's it for the aerials. Jenny Moulter's great final run has moved her into first place. Penelope Street takes second, and Genia Fuller third.
How did you get started doing flips like that? You've been doing it for quite a long time?
Just for about 2 years. I just heard about it from a friend, and I said, I want to do that. I'd never seen it before, and I just really wanted to do that. So I started doing it, and I love it.
You sure do, and you're awful good at it. Nice going, Jenny.
Thank you very much.
Well, this is it, the last event in the Women's National Freestyle Championships. And Billy, it's the ballet. What do you think of it?
I think it's really pretty. I like the ladies doing their ballet stuff. It seems really graceful, and I really like the way they move around.
Yes, Billy, but although the ballet is beautiful and graceful, and it may look easy, it certainly is not.
We're picking up the competition at the beginning of the second run, and here are the standings. First is Marion Post, second is Genia Fuller, and from Heavenly Valley, California, here's third place Diane Beard.
Ballet is her specialty, and you'll see in her routine what the judges are looking for. Again, in ballet, there's a possible 20 points. 10 of these are for overall performance, which includes composure, presentation, composition, synchronization to music, choreography, and the basic impression of the entire run. Then there are an additional 5 points for number and the variety of moves, and 5 points for form and line, which does need some explanation. Here the judges look for the relationship between the horizontal and vertical planes. That is, the lines of the body with relationship to the snow and the skis.
Diane is just beautiful to watch. She's just so graceful. Fantastic.
Competitive skiers gamble with pain all the time, and Genia is one of them. She's had a long history of shoulder and knee injuries, but she's found a way to deal with it.
How do you handle the pain you do? I want to know for sure. I have a little silver bullet stuck to my teeth. You do?
Well, you may have noticed that Susie was not in the aerial competition, and after that great advice that Genia gave her, she's back biting the bullet so she can perform in the ballet. And she certainly is spectacular. This is her Daffy on the ground in the starting gate. And the music, the theme from A Man and a Woman.
Susie can do athletic maneuvers like that quite easily. She can also do a helicopter turn without even having a bump to jump off from. Changing edges on one ski like this is difficult. Susie makes it look really easy. A truly theatrical ending to a beautiful performance by Susie Chaffee. This should keep her in fourth place.
The sports world is a small world, and as I watch the freestyle events, I can't help but reminisce a little about my swimming career. The men and the women worked out together, and we helped one another. But I also can't forget my high school career with Don Scholander and myself. We won gold medals, and we made friends in high school. And one of them here today is Bill O'Leary. And Bill, I remember we all used to double date and go around in your 57 Plymouth down First Street and listen to music. It's nice to have you here.
Thank you very much, Donna. It's nice to be here.
Well, Genia seems like a performer, and she was the overall world champion last year. I noticed that on her first run, she didn't use her poles. Is that an advantage?
It's harder not to use your poles. In other words, you can use balance with poles, but you have more of a flair. In other words, in Genia's case, she's been an ice skater for like 7 years, and so she has that feeling of opening up. With the poles in your hand, you just can't get that fluent form that she has, and she had a very good run.
Will she be a little more conservative now that she's ahead in total point scores for that total win, do you think?
I don't think so. I think that she's going to go out and do a good routine, a good, strong routine. She's a very, very strong skier. So I would come back, if I was her, with about the same routine and just dazzle the crowd.
Okay.
You were outstanding in your first run. I love your music.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, the music makes a difference. If you stand at the top and you've got a little intro that gets you really into it, and you're standing, all right, man, I'm going to ski and I'm going to win type thing.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're going to rock around. Rock tonight, put it back.
Okay, Bill O'Leary, you've been a champion in the men's ballet. Tell me what you think of Genia's run.
I think if I was her, I would probably go for it all the way. Winning the ballet is just, to me, is the ultimate thing. I mean, she's got it locked up in the combined, and if she does a really good run here, she can push into first place. And here she comes, doing really well.
She looks good, confident. She's one of the most confident people on the hill I've ever seen.
Really strong, pushing off, using her hands, opening up. All right, nice performance, very nice.
Coming up next now is the world champion last year in this event, Marion Post.
Are you all ready to go?
Yeah, I think so.
Huh? Are you loose?
Yeah.
Feel good? Yeah. You know your routine really well, huh?
Yes. When my eyes closed.
All right. Well, I hope you do it, Marion.
Nice start. Marion is the twin sister of Ellen Post, who we saw earlier in the Moguls and Aerials event. And they're both from Averill Park, New York.
Remember, Marion has to outdo Genia's run.
Excellent.
What a beautiful performance, and with it, Marion has won the ballet. Her 2 runs showed exactly what the judges are looking for: fluidity of movement, composition, and synchronization to music. Marion, congratulations. Thank you. How did you feel up there? I know you qualified first. Were you a little conservative on the second run?
I don't think so. I was scared. I was a little shakier, but I was going for it just as hard.
Your sister just got second overall, and she did fall. Did that make you nervous for you?
No, I felt bad for her, but I knew she had it together. She'd get in.
I think we got someone else that'd like to congratulate you.
I sure would, Marion. That was outstanding. I've seen you practice a lot, and that's the best I've ever seen you do. How do you feel?
Good. Consistent, that's for sure. Well, it's official. Genia Fuller is the overall winner at the Colgate's National Freestyle Championships. Genia, congratulations.
Wow, thank you.
You've got something really at stake now, that $15,000 for the Grand Prix. Is that making you think pretty hard?
Well, since you just told me about it, I guess it's going to make me think harder.
Were you thinking about it on the way down, your last run down?
No, it's not the money involved that is really what is on my mind. I think it's just the fact that I'm having a good time doing what I'm doing. I'm going down here, I've got some music to ski to, and I've got a crowd to turn on. And that's what's going through my head.
1, 2, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, rock. 5, 6, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, rock. 9, 10, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, rock. We're going to rock around.
The executive producer of Skiing Free is Rune Arledge. The program was produced and written by Eleanor Rieger. Directed by Lou Vopicelli.
Rock, 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 till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. When the clock strikes 2, 3, and 4, if the band slows down, we'll yell for more. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight. We're gonna rock, rock, rock till broad daylight. We're gonna rock around the clock tonight.
Skiing Free has been brought to you by Liquid Dynamo, the heavy-duty laundry detergent in a little blue jug. And by the Ram Golf Company. Ram, endorsed by some of the brightest stars in ladies golf. Dynamo and Ram are quality products of the Colgate Palmolive Company.